Is your significant other a real battle axe?
Oh, God. Are you kidding me? Ugh.
Do they have anger issues?
Son of a bitch!
Do you just need a break? Well, send them away to Battle Axe Spa, the new rehabilitation program for even the most angry of spouses.
Welcome to Interviews with Minus. Wait, do you really want me to say this?
Yeah, just say the line.
The greatest talk show in Terminus.
Hey everybody, welcome to episode 4 of Interviews with Minus. We're getting a little bit better at this as we continue on. I want to thank Surfer Dave for last week's interview, but I'm really excited this week because one of my partners in crime on this show, who may or may not have not only given me ideas or participated in some of our amazing advertisements. This week we're actually going to be talking with NathanNAPALM. So let me pull him up here on the Bat Robot. Here we go.
Hello.
Nathan, welcome.
Hey. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. Thank you for dropping some time with us. I know you've been playing a lot of EQ2 as of late. We pulled you away to play.
Yeah, you definitely did. Going crazy, man. Haven't played an MMO this heavy since a long time. I don't even know what the last. Maybe Final Fantasy 11 might have been the last time I went this wild.
Okay, cool. So you're enjoying it. That's good. And I know you got a lot of the Pantheon community playing with you guys. Tell people a little bit about that in case they want to play with you.
Yeah, so if you're interested in joining us, we got the largest guild on the server. It's the Knights of Napalm. I let the community pick the name. And just join us. If you go in, press U on your keyboard, it'll pull up the guild panel. And we'll be number 1, baby. So there we are. Send an officer an invite and get right in.
Awesome. So Nathan, really excited to have you on the show tonight because you're one of the first people I reached out to when we started Pantheon Plus. You were super welcoming to me and Haya. And right away, I feel like we sort of kicked off a pretty nice little friendship there. And it was just a lot of fun. And the more we've spent time together, goofing off in Discord chat together and coming up with crazy ideas, it's been fun. So it's nice to kind of sit down and have a talk with you like this. So pretty neat.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. Very awesome.
All right, so let's jump right in. We got the same 4 questions for everyone. We're going to fire some 10 this or that questions at you that are going to be, just respond to them as you would. Have fun with these answers. We're not putting it under any time limit or anything, so hopefully we have a good time. So the first question here is a pretty simple one, but everyone's had a pretty good story here. So why do you play MMORPGs?
I play them for the social experience, to meet people. When I play a game, I like to go completely crazy, completely immerse myself in the game and feel like I've left reality, and MMOs are definitely the best outlet for that. But of course, if I'm going to ignore people in real life, I want to at least give some attention to some people in games. So MMOs are definitely where it's all at.
Yeah, without a doubt. If you're going to put that much time in, you don't want to just finish it.
Right.
Awesome. Okay, so the next one here, though, this has to be a pretty good story. Tell me about a time that you got in trouble in an MMORPG.
Okay, I've got a rough one. So, all right, so I was playing Dark Age of Camelot, and Final Fantasy 11 had came out, and I played around it. Well, I was running a guild. I had a ton of friends. I knew a ton of people in Dark Age of Camelot on my server, and I kind of felt guilty because I was just going to abandon them to play Final Fantasy 11, right? And, we had years worth of playing together. So a friend of mine, he was like, dude, I'd like to run your guild and, take over for you if you're going to leave. So I'm like, sure, man, whatever. I'm too embarrassed to get on there, but later I'll log back in. I'll tell everybody what's going on, but I'm too embarrassed right now to tell them I'm leaving the game. So he gets on, and he's playing Dark Age of Camelot. I'm playing Final Fantasy 11. He's actually like 40 feet from me. And what I didn't know was that he got in the game and told the guild I died. So everybody's like, they have a funeral in the game. They're giving him everything because, they're like, oh, this is his roommate and his friend is dead. And he was playing it up, man. He was getting all kinds of free gear and free raid runs, and everything was just getting thrown at him. But I decided one random day while he was at work, I was like, let me log in Dark Age of Camelot.
So you had no clue?
Had no idea. So I log into the game and I'm just like, hey guys, it's me. I'm sorry I've not been on. I've been playing Final Fantasy 11. I am still going to play this game. I've decided because of the PvP, etc. But I won't be on as often, you know, etc. Well, people just start, you know, we basically shut the server down from all the tells coming at me. Like, dude, we thought you were dead. He said that you tried to stop a robber in a gas station.
At least it was admirable.
So, you know, I played a tank in the game, so he made that off like I was like that in real life, like I tried to pull the aggro off the store clerk. It was bad, dude. It was bad. It was really rough, dude. It was like the next few years, every once in a while I get tell, like, is this really you? Because I thought you died, and now you're back.
So what was the conversation like with him once you found all this out?
Well, I knew that he was kind of he's an interesting character, right? We played UO together, and he had a character named Satan that he would scam people, right? He would say that he decorates homes. He would get you know, and all this stuff. They would give him the invite to their home, and he would just steal all their stuff and then just leave. So I knew he was a little shady in MMOs. So, you know, we had a good laugh over it, I guess.
So he profited off of your death in an MMO.
My death, yes.
I challenge anyone who comes on this show to beat that. It's going to be pretty tough.
Yeah.
I have a really good one. I keep teasing this in every episode. In one of these episodes, I'm going to have to go into mine. I keep teasing. Maybe this will be the one. We'll find out. But okay, so that's a great one. Let's go into 10 this or that. So I'm going to hit you with these. You can give me reasons. I'll give you my opinion as well. These are random. Okay, first one. Ninjas or pirates?
Ninjas.
You know, I would have always said ninjas my whole life. And then I played Sea of Thieves a lot. And I literally thought I was a pirate. Yeah, I'm going to say ninjas. Beer or wine?
Wine.
You know what's funny? I only drink one wine, Apothic. That's it. And I love it. And I probably would rather have a glass of that than all the different beers I like. So I'm turning into a wine person with my one type.
Yeah, I have one wine per night.
One bottle or one glass?
Well, it depends on the night.
So are you more of a red or a white guy?
Red.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll have to get some tips. I'll have to get some tips from you. Would you rather play a card game or a board game?
A card game. I hate board games.
Even like the RPG board games?
Yeah, don't like them. Don't like board games.
So when you say card games, like Magic the Gathering?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Anything besides... Now, when I say board game, I'm not counting like D&D. I'm talking about like a board game, right? Yeah, I don't like those.
Okay. Yeah, I was a huge Magic the Gathering player. Cool, man. The money I put into that. Would you rather watch a movie at home or go to the theaters?
At home.
Yeah, with a kid now, it's just not as fun.
Yeah.
to plan it out and everything else. And she's going to eventually want to go to movies, which will be fun. Would you rather shop online or in a store?
Online.
Yeah, see, that doesn't do well for me as a manager of a retail store. But it's so funny that I pretty much do all my holiday shopping online in one sitting. Like, I just don't get up and I just Amazon and I click, buy now. And then I look at my bill after and I cry. You're probably right, though. It's easier. Okay, this is a really important one. Remember, these are legit random. SpongeBob or Patrick?
Patrick. He seems cooler.
Yeah, like, you're never going to be outsmarted by Patrick. So if you're hanging out with him...
he's not gonna tell my guild I'm dead.
Yeah, probably. Well, he might. He might think you're dead. Taco Bell or McDonald's?
Oh, Taco Bell. I don't eat McDonald's.
I eat McDonald's every once in a while. Not much of it, but yeah, Taco Bell. Hands down.
Taco Bell all day.
Mashed potatoes or baked potatoes?
Baked potato.
Oh, I strongly disagree.
I love mashed potatoes, but a baked potato, man, you can put the cheese and you can put the chives and the bacon and
sour cream in that?
Sour cream. Oh yeah, whatever, man. Have you ever been to I think it's called Spuds, and they just put random crap in potatoes. That's the restaurant. Yeah, you like steak, whatever. I love baked
steak
potatoes.
in the potato. Huh.
Yes.
I like that. See,
yeah.
Here's my thing. Have you ever been to a family dinner where there was enough mashed potatoes?
No.
Right?
No.
You're
There's
always
never
like, can I
enough.
take more? Did everybody get that?
Yeah, never enough.
Okay, so I really like that this last one here came up, especially because I know you're into comics and stuff, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So this is a good one, and give me some good reasons here. So Marvel or DC?
Oh, Marvel. Marvel. Let me explain why.
Sure.
DC's a mess. They're a mess. Their storylines are all twisted and all screwed up with the timelines and all kinds. I've given up. I love some of the heroes from DC. Grew up being a Batman fan, even Superman. Love DC, but Marvel, X-Men, man. That it's X-Men. I got to go with Marvel for sure.
Yeah, I was always pretty anti-DC, and I know that, like, was it late 2000s they made like a big comeback run where everyone was talking about like Green Lantern again, and all some of those heroes started to make these big comebacks. But yeah, for me, and you hit the nail on the head, X-Men. I had not the Uncanny series, I had just a lot of it, but the X-Men series, when they brought out just X-Men, I had like 1 through 60, 70 of that, and all the variants that they had. Like, yeah, I was a big X-Men fan, so I'll agree with you there. That's definitely my favorite. And Punisher, I gotta be honest, I'm not a huge Batman fan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, I know this is probably blasphemy to a lot of people, but I'd probably take Punisher over Batman.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And Superman, I don't like at all. If you saw the last interview show we did, Surfer Dave said that the problem with Superman is he's never been nerfed.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
So, but yeah, interesting.
But you never liked Batman at all.
I can't say not at all. When I was a kid, I'm sure I did.
Okay.
And I think I enjoyed the Dark Knight movies for the most part.
Yeah, they were pretty good.
Yeah,
they were pretty good.
I don't know. It's if Bill Gates really devoted himself to training, he could have been Batman. I mean, that could have been a real thing. He just
the thing that bothers me the most about Batman is I am so sick and tired of the Joker story changing every time. It's a different story every time. Just pick a cool story and roll with it. I like the one from Dark Knight. I thought that was cool, where he cut to make him smile. But Joker, it's almost like the Joker has a full curse. Like they can't get a story right for him. The actors die when they're really good. It's rough.
Well, Joker, and with the Joker, their whole thing with the Joker is nobody knew his past, and then all of a sudden they got into this. Let's explain his past. It's sort of like Wolverine. Wolverine didn't really. His past was always very dim outside of the Weapon X stuff, right?
Right.
So, and then they just kept trying to explain it, but like you said, they never stuck to anything. And I think everybody would agree that the movies of Marvel versus DC, it's not even a comparison. DC has no idea what they're doing with movies right now. So,
and the TV show, have you tried to watch the Flash?
No, I heard a little bit about it and I wasn't into it.
I
will tell you, and I know a lot of people don't like Gotham, or at least didn't like how it was becoming. It was funny because when I heard about the show, I said, you're going to make a Batman show without Batman. And then I realized that the draw of Batman wasn't Batman. It was the villains. And I was like, that's kind of cool. It's all right.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All right. So we both agree on the Marvel. I'll give you a pass because you picked Marvel on the mashed potatoes versus baked potatoes. But I've never been to this place that you speak of. So we'll have to see. Let's jump back into the questions. So 2 left. What was the most emotional MMORPG moment that you've ever had?
Okay, so this is probably going to be a little shocking, but it wasn't a long time ago. It wasn't long ago at all. I was playing Final Fantasy 14 for a while.
Okay.
Realm
Good
Reborn.
Game.
Yeah, it's a good game. It's the best of the WoW clones. My wife loves it, so that's how we would spend time together. If she wants to spend time with me, she has to play a game. So we were playing Final Fantasy 14 together, and I met this really cool person. I don't know if it'd be appropriate to say the name on here or not, but I met this really cool person. We would do the PvP. We ran the raids together. If I logged on, I looked to see if this person was on. They looked to see if I was on. And we played together all the time. Grouped with me and my wife. this person, their wife, we would get together all the time. Great friend. Had a lot of fun with this person. And then one day, just logged on. They weren't on. A couple of days went by, then a week, and I thought maybe they quit. And finally, the person's wife got on and told us that they had died. So it was really emotional. Like that's when I quit playing the game. I tried to switch servers and thought maybe I'd do a fresh start. But yeah, that's definitely the most emotional. It still actually affects me to this day. I think about, I could have got this person to come play Pantheon, et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, man. It's kind of crazy, right? Because name another type of game ever where you really form such a bond with somebody you've never met, and something like that can affect you. I mean, name a game outside of MMORPGs. I mean, Fortnite. Nobody hangs out with people in Fortnite.
Right.
Right. Nobody hangs out. I mean, I guess games like Battlefield, you can have your team or your clan, but it's in and out. People are in and out. If they're not good enough, they're kicked out. That's a pretty incredible story. I think you might have just killed these two questions for the future of the show. That I don't know if anyone's going to compete. We probably have people that have a tear in their eye from this one, and from your previous one, they're sitting here like, so. Wow, that's pretty crazy, man. And it's weird because sometimes you do have people just ghost, and you never hear from them again, and you almost wonder if you'd rather have known, or if you would have maybe just quit. That's pretty crazy, man.
So, and if you don't have somebody to contact besides the actual person, you would never know.
Yeah.
So
yeah. And in this day and age with people that don't want to face conflict, they just kind of hit a button and go away instead, or block somebody. And it's an interesting difference in the world I grew up in and what world we're in now with how that kind of plays out with everybody. So,
yeah, no doubt.
Man, sorry you went through that. I feel like I need to give you a hug. That's insane. So listen, Nathan, I mean, this question seems silly to ask you of all people because, you're putting content out there. You have been doing this since Pantheon was a thing. You're one of the original content creators for Pantheon, you and VOT and Baz. But so think about it from a perspective of, what I like to think Pantheon Plus is doing and you're doing and the different people that we've had the fortune to talk to or work with. We're trying to create something where someone who hasn't heard of Pantheon, a newbie, comes in and they can get a taste of why we're so excited. So what would you say your biggest reasons for being all in on Pantheon are? And what would you tell people that don't know what Pantheon is yet?
So I would say that Pantheon is, number one, it's being led as far as the vision, the structural makeup of the game by a pioneer of the entire market, of the genre. So number one, you know that you're in good hands because you couldn't get any more experience than he has in the genre. But number two, if nobody cares about that, would be that Pantheon is the most social experience we will ever have. And the reason being is we've had a lot of great MMOs. There's plenty of them out on the market right now. But no developer has ever tackled every single piece they put into the game and zoomed out and said, how will this affect the social structure? How can we make it benefit the community and make the community thrive and have to work together, et cetera? Every piece to the puzzle involves being social or other people coming together to work together. So this is not just an MMORPG. This is a brand new design philosophy that we've never experienced before. So if you even enjoy multiplayer games and meeting people online and having a good time and getting together with people and playing video games, this is it. This is the best option we've ever had because of that.
I love that you say it's new. And, I'm an EverQuest fan. That was what got me started. I wouldn't be here without EverQuest. I'm a fan of a lot of different MMOs. I played 14 years of WoW. And what you just said, I think, answers a question that's a misconception to the community. You said this is a brand new experience. This isn't just a reskinned EverQuest. And I think that's a really big misconception in the community. And I think also You know, we're going to see a lot of WoW fans coming in because there's a lot of WoW fans, not just EQ fans, that want something different and, like you said, new. And I think that's important for people who are just discovering the game. This is not an EQ clone.
Right.
Right. It's taking ideas from one of the greatest, most impactful games ever. You know, did we call WoW an EQ clone? I mean, it was technically, right, when it came out, in a sense.
Maybe I did a little bit at first. I called it that. I remember being like, okay, well, this is because we always would say there was two types of MMOs, and I'm talking about back then in 2004. Back then, we would say there's the Ultima Online type and there's the EverQuest type. So we definitely, when we found out WoW back then, would say, oh, it's an EverQuest type, but easier. I remember that's what we'd always say. It's like EverQuest, but easier.
Yep. And I think that's important because I'm not saying to the EQ fans that this isn't what you think it's going to be. And I think EQ fans are going to be very happy because they've got to experience something close to this. WoW fans haven't got to. Classic WoW didn't capture what EverQuest was. It was different. But I think that the WoW fan is going to be more enticed to be like, wow, this is something really new. Where an EQ fan, it's still going to be new, but you have a taste of it.
Right.
So awesome. So Nathan, awesome. Thank you for being on. So let's get a little bit into you first before we close up. So how can people find your content? How can people get in touch with you and the different stuff that you do across the community?
Well, the number one easiest way to find me is to go to pantheon.plus.
I didn't even pay for that. That'll be on my tab.
That is definitely the easiest way because if you just make that your homepage or whatever, you visit it once a day, it's going to show right there, real easy to find all of the content creators and their newest videos. Super easy. Check it out. That's probably the easiest way. Otherwise, you can join me on Twitter, the NathanNAPALM. Basically, you can Google the NathanNAPALM and anywhere it pops up, that's me. So YouTube and Twitter are my main outlets that I use.
Yeah, and definitely follow him on YouTube, guys, as well. I mean, I really do appreciate the plug for Pantheon Plus, but, you know, because Pantheon Plus only covers Pantheon content, Nathan, you do a lot of other really good content. You brought me back quite a bit when you reviewed Quest 64.
Yes.
And I was laughing quite a bit. I might have to start throwing you some RPG ideas for your old school RPGs. I'll give you one. If you know what this is, you get mad points with me. And if anybody does, it should be you.
Okay.
Baton Kaitos.
Oh, yeah, I know about that. On the GameCube, had some of the developers from Chrono Cross, I think.
So, guys, this is why he knows his stuff. This is why you follow NathanNAPALM. Had one of the greatest turns. I don't know if you beat it, but it had one of the greatest turns in story that I've ever experienced.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And
I think we can say it because if you haven't played it by now, I'm pretty sure spoiler law is gone.
Well, I'll tell you this. Who owned that game? Do you remember?
Was it Namco?
I don't remember. I really don't.
I don't either.
That sounds right.
Maybe. I'm not sure. But then the second one, they made a second one. It wasn't as good, but the first one was amazing.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool game.
So definitely he knew Baton Kaitos. I guarantee that I'm going to almost guarantee less than 10% of people who watch this video are going to know what Baton Kaitos is. If you know what Baton Kaitos is, put in the comments. I want to know. So.
Yep, I definitely played that. That was a good one, man. There wasn't many options RPGs on the GameCube, so that was like, well, there was a couple. You had the Tales of Symphonia, I think was one. Yeah, and then you have Baton Kaitos, and that's about all I can think of.
Yeah, you had, was there a Fire Emblem on there?
On the GameCube?
I feel like there was. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know.
It was Game Boy for a while there. So anyway, we're getting off track here. But my main point was Nathan's YouTube channel is totally worth the follow. If you're an RPG gamer, if you're an MMORPG gamer, I mean, most of your content's going to be Pantheon related. You've stated that. Yeah. You love making it and people love seeing it. But if you guys want to get a little whiff of old school from now and then, and you want to laugh your ass off at some pretty insanely... Nathan, I don't know how you come up with some of the stuff you come up with, my man, with the puppets. But I'm rolling on the ground. You're obviously a songwriter because these lyrics can't just come out of nowhere. So. But you also there was a bit of controversy. We had one of our team members in Pantheon Plus tweeted out how excited he was for you that the Brad McQuaid was going to be on. And and I'm going to tell you a little secret here. I messaged him, and he messaged me and said, "Did you see that Nathan is going to have Brad on?" I go, "What?" And I looked at your post, and I noticed the M.C. And I said, "Militus, I'm pretty sure it's a puppet." Because me and Nathan talked about how great it would be if there was a Brad McQuaid. He's like, "Oh no." I'm like, "Let's just see what happens."
Yeah, just let it play out. I had people all over Twitter being like, "Oh my God, congratulations." Def was messaging me. I was like, "Oh, everybody calm down. Calm down. Hype. Let's bring the hype level down a little bit. It's not the real Brad McQuaid."
It almost would have been, I mean, I get it. You don't want to deceive your fans of the channel or subscribers. I totally understand. But how great would it be if you wouldn't have said anything? And it's like, and now Brad MC McQuaid. Boom. The puppet song.
The puppet song.
I don't know if you would have ever, I mean...
I don't know if I recovered from that. I feel like my subscriber base would just plummet.
No,
It'd be plummeting to this day.
But awesome stuff, man. So definitely, guys, follow him on Twitter, and obviously, if you do follow us at Pantheon Plus, we'll always retweeting out the content developers that are part of our community, and definitely let us know what you think of the show. Nathan, anything else before we close up?
No, man. Thanks for having me on the show. Hope everybody enjoyed everything. Hopefully, I didn't make you laugh and cry too close in proximity to make your emotions flare up too crazy. Thanks for having me on, man. It was a blast.
Awesome, man. Thanks, everybody, and we'll catch you next week.